Well, good morning, and I am at on this little road here. It was real close to my campground, and this is like a little parking lot I'm in for trailheads. A couple trails behind me. But I just wanted to get in the car and warm up, fire up this heater in here, and have breakfast before I decide what I'm going to do today. My legs are really sore today. 2 days, I think I must have put over 25 miles in, so I need to take a kind of an easy day today. So I'm in with all my packet gourmets. This is breakfast and lunch and dinners and even desserts. I even bought some desserts, whole box full of this stuff here, so I got some choices. And today, what am I eating today? Whatever that is, polenta with pork sausage. It just tastes like mashed potatoes, but it's pretty good. What else has got in here? It's got garlic, herbs, parmesan cheese, whatever, and it not too shabby. Don't look that fantastic, but it's not too bad. They're eating something cold, so I heated it up my jet boil, and it's breakfast. So a little setup in here, a little water, a little hand sanitizer. This is something that Procter & Gamble gave to us right when the pandemic started. This is kind of handy, really, having this here. And so this is how I'm spending my morning so far. But it's beautiful. Just sitting out here and looking at the woods is really, really, really neat. And the sun's coming up. Should probably warm up a little bit today. What is it right now? Let's see here. Let's see if I can flip it up. 39 degrees, so yeah, it's a little nippy, but not too terribly bad. But I just didn't feel like sitting cold in the tent. I thought I'd come to the car. So we'll have to figure out what I'm going to do today. Beautiful day out in the wilderness. And today, I'm not alone. Because there is a ton of people trying to get into this real popular spot. So I pulled off in a little pull-off spot, and I'm just gonna walk on up there. But some of these poor people, it's backed up a long ways. Woo! Yeah, they don't realize that there ain't nowhere to park up here, and they're stuck. Yes, I know that because I've been there. But we got lucky. I wasn't planning on really stopping if I couldn't get a spot, but I'm just down there maybe a quarter mile. Oh, this ain't too bad. Walk up here, see what it's like. All right, I made it to the parking lot. And I'm trying to figure where the Nolan Divide is. Parking lot's right behind me. I'm sitting right off to the side here. And I don't know if that there is the ridge I need to be on, or this one back here. One of those is the Nolan Divide. I think it's the one that's a little farther back. Back there. Then I got like a 1.4 mile walk back to this parking lot. If I would leave the car here and hike down. Not gonna do that this trip, but just trying to get the way of how it all is gonna look if I ever had to do it. But I was on the Nolan Divide trail a couple days ago, and I made it quite a ways. I made it over halfway up, so I know I can make it all the way up here if I had to. So it's just an opportunity, just another something to think about down the road. But it's beautiful right here, just sitting here letting my legs rest today. But I'm gonna go on down probably one of those trails that gets to Andrews Bald. That gives a really cool view of the mountains too down there. Kind of hazy. Let me adjust my exposure here. Whoop. That's kind of how it looks. It is really hazy out, but I don't know what that's from, if that's just natural or from fog or whatnot. It was really cloudy earlier, but it cleared up beautifully, and there's no cloud to be seen. So that's really cool. Anyway, mush on. Well, I'm at Andrews Bald, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of bushes. Some of them are azaleas, and some of them are something else. But there's quite a bit of opening up there. You can sit up on the grass, but there's a lot of people up there, so I came down here. But it's a really unique environment with the grasses growing, sun exposed. And you do have mountain views. You back up where everybody else sitting up there, you get great views of the mountains way up there. That's pretty cool. It's interesting with no clouds at all. Yeah, it's really hazy. It's hard to really make out anything. But it's a beautiful hike to come down here. And this is a really neat little place, especially in the summertime when the trees are blooming. Well, finally a nice little spot. Sit for a while. Look out over the mountains. Looking at the camera, it doesn't look too terribly impressive here, honestly. But if you're sitting here, it is pretty cool. You actually see that lake down there. But it's a beautiful blue sky day. Look at that. Oh man, that's nice. So, sitting here amongst the azaleas and whatever these other trees, bushes are. I have no idea what those are, but they're pretty cool looking. They look like they stay green all year, that one there. But I think these guys over here are the azaleas. And they're the ones that get crazy. The flaming red azaleas in June. So who knows, someday I'll make it back up here in the spring, or the late summer I should say. But it's beautiful right now. Alright, just take a little walk down from Andrews Bald down to the Fourney Ridge Trail. Just catch a little vibe. Actually, it's a lot darker than that. It's about like that. Actually, darker than that even. But it's really pretty cool down here. All these different ferns and stuff. In some places, a bunch of moss growing. You can't really see it too well. Right in there, a bunch of it going back into the woods back in there. It's really cool. So, looking for some water, a little water source. I see all this mud. You think water will be trickling somewhere. But I might have to just turn around and go back and back up trail. I saw a little water seeping through. But it's really cool. There's like no one here. Everybody usually stops at the Andrews Bald. So I got this place basically to myself, and it's beautiful. Me and the bear. Well, that sounds like water. And I found my water source, not too terribly far from Andrews Bald. Just walking only 5 minutes or so. And it's like it's percolating out right here. Yeah, take a closer look here. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. That's good too, because I am very close to being. I got an inch maybe in my little smart water bottle, and that is it. So this is a welcome sight, let me tell you. Out on the Fourney Ridge Trail today, just past Andrews Bald. So I guess I'll stop here, get some water, and see what I want to do for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, still walking the Fourney Ridge, and it is really a different vibe than any of the other trails out here because of all these different pine trees and fern trees that you see here, which is really unique at this higher elevation. And it's a totally different vibe up here. It's much cooler up here too compared to the last couple of days. And there's still water. I'm still stomping around in the mud. And it seems like there's drainage coming down from this hill. I guess all this moss kind of holds the water back and it seeps through and gets the trail wet, which is okay as long as you don't slip on it, but it's good water source. Even right there you see a little trickle. But yeah, this forest is gorgeous, gorgeous, and I'm here all by myself. No one around. Everybody stops at the Andrews Bald. Some cool little ferns there too. The plant life is just so much different here. I don't know how well this camera phone's picking it out, but it's pretty nice. Look at this fern. This stuff right here is really cool looking. Yeah, I guess that's just more dried out. This might be something that's different. You got ferns. You got a muddy, wet trail. Someone left their hiking poles. Oh, that was me. Yeah, I do that from time to time. Well, I think this is going to be my turnaround spot for the day. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit, let my legs rest a little bit, and complete and total solitude is, if you want, come down this trail and you will have it. I'm just sitting here in the moss right off the trail. It's nice and soft, nice and softer than my bed. But this is really cool. The water is still trickling down this trail. And so it's a wet, slimy deal. So you gotta be careful if you do hike this, that you don't slip and fall on this. 'Cause some of these rocks are pretty slick. And it's a pretty rocky, bouldery affair. But it's beautiful. Got some views through the trees, through the ferns. These are just really cool trees. You just don't see this anywhere else. But I think after this, I'm going to slowly work my way back. Hopefully the conveyor belt of people that comes down to Andrews Bald will have thinned out. I actually wore my respirator just so I wouldn't have to deal with them. So hopefully when I go back, there won't be so many people. Well, there's my water source, and I have success here. So I'm on my way. This should last quite a while. And this is what I got it with, this little squeeze bag. There's better bags than this. This is what they give you when you buy the filter. But it works good enough for me. I'm not filtering water every day of my life, so these things work good enough. It took about 4 times to get that thing about half full. So I had to lay it in there kind of flat, and it's hard to get it to drip in there. Once you get the bag filled, then you kind of squeeze it out this guy here and into whatever water source you're using today. I got the Smart water bottle. So guess we're going down the trail a little bit, see what we see, but it is really remote. You know, it's amazing all the people coming down to Andrews Bald, and you just go just past that and you got this trail to yourself, and there is no one here. And this is the Ridge Trail, Fourney Ridge Trail, which leads to the Fourney Creek Trail. So I was kind of, guess, lucky to get water here, because the Creek Trail, I'm sure, has lots of water. There's a lot of times those are a little bit in the valley. Kind of here we're kind of up on a peak, a ridge, so to speak. And so sometimes when you walk in these backs, you do the Creek Trail down and you want to circle back around. Sometimes you might not come into water like this. So you have to really plan accordingly. But anyway, it's a beautiful day, and my legs are shot from the last 2 days of hiking, and it's just nice just sitting here and doing very little. And it is absolutely gorgeous out. There is no clouds in the sky. It's absolutely beautiful. Actually, this view right here, I'll take a picture of this. This is really cool. And get it a little darker like it's supposed to be. Let's see here. There's a thing on here, if you touch it when you're videotaping, it'll actually save you a picture. But anyway, we're gonna pack up here and head on out. But just all this cool moss off in the woods is really nice. Very nice.